Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Okay, I'm kind of doing um, something new here. I don't know if it's going to work, but if you will bear with me, I'm trying to see if it's going to let me. Oh, it kicked me off. I haven't been on Facebook in a while. Trying to share this live to Facebook. But what I probably will just do is do one here on YouTube and then maybe I can. I don't know. It's gonna come up. Let's see how this is gonna work. I may have to do it separately. It looks like it kicked me off. So let me try to come back. This is on live, but it's not coming up here. I can't tell. Ooh. Oh, all is well. Peace and love. This is not gonna go the way I planned it. I don't think, or is it? I'm sure there's an echo. So let me mute this. No. So I need to come over here and get this back to Sharon. Forgive me, guys. I should have did a test before I actually started doing this, but I didn't. Okay, I think we maybe have a little bit of progress here. I just don't know if I have audio or not. Bear with me. Bear with me. I can see my audio. I can see it. Okay, cool. I can see it. It's gonna kick me off. It just kicked me off. Bear with me, guys. I'm gonna let this music play. Let's see if it's working at all. Okay, let me see. How many races you going over? I'm sorry. Okay, I can see. I'm gonna go ahead and end this room. I don't think it's coming up at all. Yeah, it kicked me right off. So I should probably end this. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to redo this. Forgive me. I was hoping this would work. using two monitors, but for some reason it's kicking me off. It's not even coming up. Yeah, it's not even working. So I'm gonna end this and go back on the Zoom. Yeah, I'm gonna delete this. Forgive me, YouTube. Forgive me, channel. I was trying to help this work on my Facebook page, but I'm gonna have to work on that. I'm gonna have to work on that. Yeah, I'm sitting here with two laptops. I would like to delete that. That test did not work. I appreciate you bearing with me. What is tonight? Archaeological sites and chill. My true ancestry, America's myth. February update. Yeah, I want to delete this. Delete, delete on Facebook. Yes, delete that, please. I gotta delete it on Facebook. Okay, no problem. Okay, well at least we're set up over here. So at least we're set up over here, right? I appreciate you bearing with me. I hope all is well. Can you even hear me? I hope. Let me see. Because I don't need this. Forgive me, I got muted. Oh yeah, because I took that out. Okay. So hopefully my audio isn't too loud. I'll try to be a little quiet. I think her microphone is like super sensitive. So what I'm going to do is go to this page here. I'm not gonna be on here long. I just know it's new stuff. I just know it's new stuff. And after the day, I probably won't do either continent for like 2 more months. I think I'll wait till like the beginning or the end of spring. So this definitely changed. We're up here in the New England area, which totally makes sense on my tree. Again, I'm so blessed to be pretty far back on my tree. Oddly, I assumed to only be able to do that on my dad's side because he was so much older than me. But even on my mom's side, I got back. I went back really pretty far. So this is only 30 samples. So it says. This threw me off a little because these are different. This is Aztec. This would be Mayan. This image represents Mayan. This image represents Aztec, as you can see. And I'll show you this. I believe this person was found in like 1990, or this person died in 1990. I'm still um. I'm ready to look that up. Well, what I will do. about to just. It wouldn't let me do it on live, so I may share my screen. Let me turn this around. I may like share my screen. I don't really want to be. Like, I don't really want to be on camera right now. I'm just having a good shower, chilling. I'll do it with. I'd rather do it with StreamYard. I really just don't want to go live. So, okay. How do I want to do this? I'm not going all the way back. I'm not going through a lot of 1999, 1836. I want to keep it kind of close. 1999. Let's do 19. When my mom was born, or my youngest mother. And let's push it on up to 100 samples. Push it to the limit. Is there any way I could pull this out? Okay. Oh, I was wrong. Forgive me. Was I wrong? This is a different image than the other image that was up here and down here. This is why I want to look up these images somehow. That looks like the number 3, right? That's 3 people. See, so what I would do to find this, like not saying find it, but like considerably, because this is archaeological digs and stuff, there's normally a paper trail of information. So I would be like Mayan 1990 AD archaeological site. And lo and behold, all kinds of stuff. Like Google is pretty good when you know how to ask the right questions and when you know how to filter your results. I am in no way claiming. And there's, let me see, there's an email that I wanted to read. So I definitely agree with the theory of explaining away the archaeological results. I honestly agree. You know, you're going, say if you're testing King Tut, okay, from I don't know when BC, and you compare that person's DNA with my DNA. I don't believe it would show ancestry relation as opposed to groups of people when you're dealing with epigenetics. I'm starting to fall in love with that. And psychology and biosocial skills, and it's just so a beautiful world to be in for me because it challenges me. And I've experienced a lot of the variables that this type of journey deals with. So it just fits like a glove with me. So I can't say that one comment on what this. It didn't show up. Is it still on? I hope it's not still on. Oh goodness. Yes, delete the broadcast. Oh, I have to delete it there. Hold on, let me do this. Yeah, it didn't work. Hopefully it deleted. If not, I'll delete it later. I'll just get this done over here. So, clearly all I know is my DNA is triggering these results. I don't know why. I don't know the specific method this site uses. I have no clue. And I have no problem like saying this is probably just for entertainment. But the problems I do have is, see, I'm not even going back here to BC. When I go to the 15, 16, 17, 18, 1900s, well, I'm going to say 1800s, it's, it's a little bit coincidental that the results, locations of these graves are lining up with my tree. It's the only thing that kind of makes me say, interesting. It's like I could see if these results were like so standoffish from my family tree, which I don't really share a lot of my family tree, and that's because I have a lot of living relatives that I don't even know, and I want to still, respect them and their family members. I'll just say it like that, So it's like, see, I believe this is one type of Mayan people, and the other was, oh no, maybe the other was Amerindian. So you got Aztecs, Mayan, and Amerindian. So I want to really get to the 1700s. I don't really remember that a Mayan being there in the 1900s. I think that's a new result. There are a lot of new results, but they're recent. Mind you, reason for me is going to be different than reason for other people. I'm telling you, my dad was seasoned when I got here. So were all of his relatives. So it's like my grandmother, gosh, was she like 100 years older than me? Almost. Like 90 something years older than me. I find it cool after the shock and stuff is on. Let me bring this down. See, it be stuff in here. You just gotta play with the numbers. You can't like it. Just don't give it. It just don't give it. It just don't give you what you want because it just don't. It's just not gonna give it. Like you have to play with these knobs. See. So okay, this image is Amerindian. We saw the image of the Mayan, and we saw the image of the Aztec. The Aztec had that thing. They look like the people on those temples. I'm very curious about this. And here, we all know where this is. This is in Maryland. This is in Maryland. This is like Philly. Like there's a cluster here, and this is what I'm saying. I understand the historical society has its way of doing things, and I would never want to go up against the historical society, any of them. But I'm pretty sure most historical societies have my family bones in them. I'm like almost positive. And it's only because people look at our story from one lens. They don't really look at it from the erased people's lens. It is full of stories. My tree is full of stories. I found 124 grandparents full of stories, full of tribulations and trials and I just don't like. Say my family was from over here somewhere on my tree. So me seeing this, I would be like, that's a little iffy, speculative. It's just unbelievable that this stuff is right where my family is at and where land was living. Eminent domain was really taking stuff from my family and from here all the way down. And both sides. So it's like I'm finding documents of things, and I'm grateful for the process. I'm grateful for to be able to even learn these things. Let me see. Let me bring this back to 1819. That's still a big jump from 1700. And that is coming up. See, this, do you see how this is shaped like this? Like it's like a bullseye and then it's thick and it's dark and it goes from light red all the way to black. That's the amount of hits that I hit on. They could be just geographical. They could just be people. They could just because I did look at the couple of reports, PDF reports, whatever my name couldn't get access to. But I did read that this is not just an African grave. It's not. I don't really understand African American, but I don't know. There are African Americans in there. There are indigenous Africans in there, and there's Amerindians in there. It's amazing. I reached out to a place where these people were, but they haven't. Like in the beginning, I thought it was interesting, and then I haven't heard anything else from them, so I don't really know. And 1704 was the Deerfield raid. There's a lot more stuff popping up. A lot more stuff popping up. So like this is what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna give this like 3 months. And I'm gonna come back and see what it says after that. Because hopefully by then I will have another kit. I can actually compare kits. Alright, let's come out of 1700s. A little bit. 1500s is like my favorite view. Because I mean, even if look at this. Okay, so this image is Amerindian. Why are they so dark looking? I wish I could see this image. Like Google this image. So who is this here? Because this goes to him. This looks like Mesa. This is Philadelphia, looks like New York. This looks like Carolina. I don't even want to say Virginia should be around here. It could be Maryland, though. There's a lot more. Hey. This African was in St. Martin and Yoruba, pure Yoruban. But they have no way of knowing how they got there, how long they had been there. This is why it's amazing how the force breeding with us is being used as an excuse to say that we just came here from Africa, we never were here on this land. I'm noticing that if most of my African presence in my DNA came long before even the Ottoman Empire. So there's, I'm pretty sure there's a way of determining um, which, how can I say this? Which DNA is older? Which admixture, not DNA. Which admixture is older, or which admixture is like a base admixture? Like not even an admixture. Like what's your base genetics? Like there has to be a base. And then you got war, you got migration. Like I know that has to be seen with the naked eye, but it can't just be explained away like that. It just, it's like everything being grouped in a box. Like you can't really group that in a box because genetics is not that simple. I mean, like you can't rationalize irrationalities. You can't simplify things that are not simple. Let's go back a little bit. Let's see. Let's hit the 1500s. This is where I want to go. I want to go to 1492. 1711. It was 7 years after the Deerfield raid in Massachusetts. I'm telling you. This represents my tree. Now down here, maybe so too, because I mean I have these dates on my tree, but I have grandparents that are missing still. I have grandparents that are missing still, and a pretty good amount, because I only found 124 of them. There are thousands. So even on my through lines, I think I should have maybe like 200 or one something. Like I don't know how many fifth grade grandparents you have. I know I can look it up, but I'm definitely missing grandparents. I did really good. My DNA did amazing. I'm so proud of my DNA. Like seriously. So I am so sorry. Apologizing to Facebook. I'm gonna like circle back around and share this over there. I don't know why it kept kicking me off. I guess the powers that be was not going for it. I literally have two laptops, two accounts, two emails, and for some reason it would not let me restream it to Facebook. It just kept going off. This one has not went off not one time. So it's just funny how certain little things happen. Don't think you're crazy. It's really happening. Because I had no problem until I actually logged on to my true ancestry. It's just amazing how things happen. But I take the bitter with the sweet. It is what it is. There's a million ways to do one thing. If I have to do two streams in two different places, I will. It's not a big deal. They probably want me to pay for a membership so that I can stream in 4 or 5 different places. I'll get there. But until then, I'll just do it the way I have to do it. Let me go back. So yeah, I have an email. I kind of don't want to read it because I don't know if these people are watching me. I don't want, like, people always misunderstand my passion. Hold on 1 second. But I'm very passionate about, just knowing. just knowing. It's not even about, it is about reconnecting and reconstructing and rearranging and realignment. Yes, but that is personal with me. That is not anything I would push down anybody's throat. But I am passionate, have always been, about my identity. I didn't know it for decades, and now that I'm getting closer to it, it's a big deal for me. So a lot of people don't really get that. My parents were, listen. It's not every day that a 70-year-old man or 80-year-old man or 100-year-old man has a child. Okay, it's just not. Normally, grandparents are not 90 years apart from their grandchildren. So it's different. It's different. It could be depressing me. It could be, oh, woe is me. Like, I don't really have that. I don't really have that outlook on any of the situation. Even with the beginning when my DNA test came back, yes, I was emotional. Yes, I was a wreck. Yes, I thought some terrible things. Yes, I did. Because I'm a human being. It was an emotional process. But I also woke up some days and said, I can do this. Just like I woke up some days calling my cousin, I cannot do this. I don't want to live. I don't want to go through this. I don't want to wear this I don't want to wear this story. And at the end of the day, every day I realized I have a daughter who is experiencing this with me. What good can I bring out of this horrible situation? The only good I have to offer is to show my child, my my beautiful princess, my beautiful young adult to be, show her that, you know what, things happen to our family, our loved ones. We love my biological mother. We love her. My daughter was able to have her in her life for 10 years. And so was I. And that was the best gift she could have ever given me. Giving my daughter the opportunity to have at least one of her grandparents. My daughter's adopted grandparents died when she was born. Well, my dad died a long time ago. My adopted mother died the same year my daughter was born. So it was. Then I went through a divorce. So it's always been a thing. Michelle doesn't know who she is. So we're gonna tell her this. We're gonna tell her that. We're gonna tell her this. We're gonna tell her that. It's always been this. So school was just the icing on the cake. The United States part of it was just the icing on the cake. I already had sore spots about this. So let me see if I can find this email. I'm not, it's like, maybe I shouldn't even read it. Let me just think about reading it. I don't know if I should read it or not. Because I don't know who's watching. And I don't always, how can I say this? I'm not going to always execute my life and my decisions and my actions and my emotions the way somebody else may want me to see it. Okay? I mean, the way somebody else may want to see me. And I've always tried to mold myself to be likable, and it never really worked. So I don't really take myself through that anymore. It's torture, especially when you're dealing with a society who is not playing fair. Like, seriously, no, I'm not faking. I'm not. All I know is most of my family are in graves all over this land, and um, this is a real process. I am an heir to my ancestors who are buried in this ground, probably under all types of businesses, all types of homes, all types of parks, all types of recreations. I'm still utilizing things to even, like, I want to know the whole story. I want to find um this Africanness. Now, I do know there is an African presence in my DNA, but what I also know is it should be higher. It should be higher. It should be way higher. It should be way higher. It should be way more distinct. It should be way more living relatives. I've watched at least 50 videos of beautiful African people doing their DNA. I watched at least 50 of them in the past 2 weeks. And their results, like, I've even reached out to a couple of people, and it's like, I'm not saying I'm discouraged, but I feel like I'm very good at figuring things out, and I'm very persistent. I have a lot of dedication when I get something in my mind. I'm not really a biased type person to say, well, I believe this, or I don't know anything. I don't come into anything believing anything. And I really, that's how I came in this world. I had to listen to adults, but I didn't trust them. I'm telling you. Even in the church, what they would call me, what you call that, ornery, argumentative. No, and I don't think I was ornery or argumentative. What you were saying to me did not make sense to me. It just did not make sense. My spirit rebuked it, and I'm just this is who I am. It's who I am. There's a reason for everything. There's a reason for every bit of my personality. There's a reason for every bit of my sternness, my strength, my weaknesses. Like, nothing is coincidence. Absolutely nothing. So, okay, I hit 1587 and 1711. These are new results. This is new here. And this blue dot here, and there's up here, this was the Deerfield raid in 1700s. This is before the Deerfield raid. Now, mind you, this is where I go to this website on YouTube who breaks down, I believe it's the other United States, the other history of the United States. And it's telling from a lens of these people. And when I go to these dates and these videos and I enter these dates down here in a 10-year increment here, you should see the results. So this is why I'm saying, like, sometimes someone can have a narrative because they're looking at it from one lens, and you may find things where you can knock holes in it because it's from one lens. But my God, 49,000 things can be true at one time. 49,000 things can be true at one time because the more I'm researching, I'm seeing enslaved people. Yes, my dad's baby sister, who was a baby, her documents say she was a slave, enslaved. She was a baby, born in the 1900s. Okay? That don't make no sense. So, there's 49,000 things could be true at one time. There's no way I was forced to go to school to be made into an idiot. And I want to stop right now and thank my adopted mother for hearing me that day. Out of all the days, she ain't never heard me. Out of all the days I was silent with so much, carrying so much. The one day I was at school and I felt the pressure from these adults of people who didn't really look like me. And I could hear them saying stuff. like everybody else did. I could hear it. It is just that day. Come mind you, I used to have to drink Thunderbird and Night Train just to get on the bus to go to school. I had to be drunk. A lot of people know that, but they don't like to admit it. They don't. I don't have a problem admitting it because it happened to me. But a lot of people don't like to admit it because that shines a light on them. What were you doing? Were you part of the problem or part of the solution? You know, I'm not really into all of that. Everybody has to do their own soul searching or not. It's a choice. I'm choosing to clean up mine because I really came through so much. And I came a long way to get this information, okay, to get this tea. I almost didn't make it. I laugh, but I'm serious. Like, I almost didn't make it to this information. So this is what I want to do, too. Let me do this. 1704 was a Deerfield raid. There was all these wars in between. That's what I'm saying. So many things can be true at one time. If you look up the different raids, the Indian raids, I hate saying Indian, but I don't have a choice. So, like when I'm talking to somebody else. But if you look up the Indian raids, they give you a date, they give you some moments that happen or whatever. But they never mention like what happened in between the raids. There's a lot of information missing. I really enjoy. See. All right, I'm about to get away from 1700. I'm gonna get away from 1700 because I think when I get to 1500, it's gonna pop up again. And I mean, 1700 is way before the United States was blessed by Africans to exist. That's what I call it. People like to sugarcoat words. I'm like really confused. So, and my God, what is that? Who in the world? What is that? Now these are new results, baby. And I tell you, these are new results. These are new results. What is it? What? I saw something came up on my phone. CELT presence in the Americas. What is this? Now I'm just sharing some. I don't know why my DNA would bring these things up, but I mean, a historical society is telling me that. I don't know. Maybe I just don't understand how people can debunk things that are so loudly screaming at you. I'm not saying these people are close relatives to me, but there has to be a reason why my DNA is pulling this stuff up. Or maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong, you know. I doubt it. We're probably wrong. But in a murder trial, forensics and DNA is God. Like, make stuff make sense. Just like this, I believe I was a slave story. Um, Clearly there was an African presence already here, and they're utilizing that as a tool for people who don't know any better. Now, I'm not saying I don't have. Yeah, I mean seriously, that's the only way I can see it. That's the only way I can see it. That's the only reason why I can explain not having any DNA matches, like a huge amount of DNA matches in Africa as opposed to Europe. Like I have living DNA matches today living in Europe. And then there's another thing with using different sites, you're getting different types of information. So different ways to read the information. When I'm looking at my heritage and I'm breaking down the time lapse, the African presence that I'm seeing is coming from Europe and Scotland and Ireland. And that's a little that's a little coincidental to me. It just doesn't seem like a standoffish event because when I look at my actual family tree, which I will never really share, like talking about it, if you go to my YouTube channel, Genealogy and Chill or Gratitude and Chill, I believe it's Genealogy and Chill, you may find a couple of videos where you'll see my tree. Cherish that. I really don't. It's like the Holy Grail to me. I really don't like sharing it and going into the stories of the individuals on my tree because I really think that that's private, and I'm just now getting to know them myself, and I'm a little selfish, you know. So I don't know what in the world. This is what I'm gonna do. I don't normally do this, but let's see. CELT. Forgive me. It'll fix it. Archaeological. What year was that? 1683 AD. Let's see if something comes up. This is how I cross reference stuff. 1683 AD, North America, East Coast. So you got to be smart. Meow. Uh-oh. Look at there. New World Selves. This wasn't no new world. Look. Now this somebody else. There's somebody else sharing their maps. Like I know that people have to believe what they have to believe for the information that they have, but yeah, I look at there. See, I don't have that. This is somebody's map. All right, go back. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm pretty sure people was over here running through my family for our land. I literally see it. I just shared a reel. That is on my mom's side. My mom's mom or her dad. I don't know. It doesn't even matter. It's on my maternal side and my paternal side. Like land grabs galore, eminent domain. Pure murder. There's everything is on my tree. Everything. It's really disturbing, but it makes me super grateful to be here today. Like, had someone told me this story in the beginning, I would have never. Southeast 96 National Historical Site, Clovis, Dutch American. Let's just go to the first one. Carthaginians. So this is what I'm saying. A lot of these African presence has already been in us, and they're utilizing that story and just recycling it and saying like we came here on slave ships. No, actually, no. Actually, I did. I have yet to find a slave ship, and I have enslaved people, and not most of them are not directly from a slave ship. And the one that I found on the slave ship, I'm trying to actually verify that that is even him, because something's not adding up. It's just a lot of lying. And I noticed like our families just took those lies It just really became these lies. Like, it's just no disrespect. Like, it happens to the best of us. Okay, I want to get more distinctive. Where is that? Take it off East Coast. Say shoreline, because I noticed they were attacking the shoreline. Hmm. Hmm. Cape Cod. Is this North Carolina? This might be it. So this is what I'm saying. This is why everywhere I go, there's a sincere connection. No, a sincere. Okay, Massachusetts. Yes, there is so many relatives in Massachusetts. Actually, a lot of my family, immigrant and um, indigenous, built Massachusetts, built a lot of these counties, built a lot of these places, and I'm just like, I'm blown away. Half of me is like, I don't know about the immigrant side, no disrespect. It's a little cringe because I can read some of the things they're saying about our family and our life here. I can see some of the way. It's a lot. Like, I don't really know how to actually. I don't want to say how to feel. I feel the way I feel. How can I do this? CELT. Let's see. 1683 Eastern Shoreline. Let's see if something comes up and I can find a PDF. Scott's descendants. Yeah, I have plenty of Scott in my blood, but that's not. Oh, wait a minute. Were the Scots Celtics? Because that could explain it. I'm just looking at 16. The first colony, 1683. You see, this is how you cross-reference 1683. Yep, that's the South. So go back to this. And yes, I don't know why they keep saying 1619. Honey, those people was coming over here for a long time, way before 1700s. That's probably how they were able to do what they were able to do in 1776 because those people were Africans. A lot of them had African ancestry. Okay, it's not hard to believe either. If the Moors were over there for all of that time, why would anyone think that the people coming over here didn't have African in them? Like, it's so. Like, no one ever thinks these type of things, or am I just like the only person using their brain here? Like, how can you honestly. I've been lied to so much by so many different people, the church people, everybody was lying to me for so long. My own grandmother, it's just I was lied to for so long. I can tell. A lie has a tinge to it. The ethnic explanations for the early history of the British Isles that were fashionable 100 years ago have recently fallen into disrepute. Only shadows of them linger. And that is what is in my blood, shadows. Okay? That's a dangerous thing that be going on. Like, I'm walking around with all this history in me and I don't have a clue. And it's just probably trying to manifest here and there. And I'm fighting it, don't understand it. Like, what kind of. Do you understand? This is deeper than a Lifetime movie. And I'm just one individual. Everybody's not going to make it. I'm lucky that I came from a strong stock. I come from lords and all kinds of. encroachments. Encroachments. I come from warriors here from this land, from the Mayans up north in Canada all the way down to the Lumbee tribe in the south. All types of bands, all types of tribes, all types of names, most of them more extinct for our complexion. I'm proud of that. I don't want to hide that part of me. That is where I get my fierceness from. I don't have the like take my hand, use me and I'll bite you back type thing. I don't understand how these people came here running for persecution and turned into persecutors. I don't have that spirit, and I'm so grateful. But I will say there are a lot of my family members who replicate their immigrant side, and I don't think they even know it. I'm sorry, but I had to come to a conclusion and look and see what made me. And yes, there was so many years that I was going against my own self. Going against my own self. Now, am I going to get this? Because I will. I will find it. Such enclosures were used not only, hold on. Thus, although the term Celtic fields for the small enclosures into which Dark Age farmsteads, when they say Dark Age, all I think about is black people. All I think about is Africans now. Okay? It's like everything that thought I knew was just me knowing just enough to shut me up. It wasn't really making me feel it. Like, there's some truths, you can feel them. Like, you don't need a study. You don't need a DNA test. You don't need the confirmation. It's just an energy to it. Like when I saw my father. Honestly, this even goes back to my sister and her daughter when we did that first Zoom call. We had only done Ancestry. We had not done the actual sibling test, which we did both. Because everybody was like, DNA. But baby, in a murder trial, DNA is God. Forensics is God. I don't understand how that doesn't apply everywhere. I can't unknow what I know. I can't unknow the experience that I had with DNA. Ethnicity, I would never ask anybody. First of all, I would never ask anybody my ethnicity, nor would I look to a DNA test for my ethnicity, knowing that I don't get all of the DNA for every one of my parents. Like, I actually know that. I know what that means. So if I'm missing half on paper, but not in spirit, how can you tell me my ethnicity? Okay? Because when my sister saw me for the first time on Zoom, she named names. Somebody's spirit I had because she named names. Even her daughter was like, I never saw nobody look like my grandfather before. Most people would be like, why you say that? No, I understood what she was saying. I have his spirit. It is all over my face. This is what my mother used to see in me, and this is why she was conflicted. She didn't really have the right. She didn't have the right environment to encourage her to accept what she was going through. So, yeah. Now there's so much resentment that our emotional bond is broken because it wasn't handled correctly. I never knew what I needed to know to help her because no one ever helped her with my existence or my brother's existence from a child. So, everything is connected. Everything is connected. So let me go back to this map. I don't even want to look anymore. I don't even want to look anymore. This doesn't surprise me. I mean, I wasn't expecting it, but I just pulled up a book on what is this, honey? Because I have a I do the academia site. I download PDFs. Good Lord, you hear me? I do PDFs. I'm so unorganized. It's ridiculous. I got PDFs everywhere. Half of them I probably will never read. It's the point of me having the proof. Because people will argue me down in private. I'm telling you, I get emails and I get messages and like, why you want to be a, what do you call it? What do they really say? I don't really have people in my life so I could like be repeating this stuff. What do they call it? Culture vultures. What? Who? I have yet to look like a follower. Have you seen my channel? There's only 200 and something followers. I mean, block captains on here. I don't do trending. I'm never going to trend. I'm not saying it like, oh, I'm never going to trend. No, I'm saying it like I'm never going to trend. Because most people don't think for results. Most people think to give an opinion or to be right. So I don't really care about being right. I don't care about being wrong. I just want to be real. I want to be true to myself. I want to be able to be true to others. And it's a process when you've been manipulated. So, okay, I want to definitely get to 1492. So let me shut up, running my mouth, and get to moving these knobs. Peace and love. I want to thank you for joining me on the blog. I want to apologize to Facebook. I'm going to figure it out, okay? I can share this. I doubt I'm going to go through all of this again. Because you really got to get to these knobs. Like, you got to make it 5 years, 7. Look at here. See, this is what I'm telling you. This is not even the same person. So when I show my, hold on, let me show you. So when I'm showing this, which is a screenshot of all of this, all of these little dots are Indians. But I'm not saying I'm kin to any one of them. I have no idea why my DNA is pulling up these people. I have no earthly idea. Cletus, I have no idea what's Hercules. It's just a coincidence. It's not real. There's no excuse. They probably just playing games over there, just trying to set me up for something. I have no idea why this is. It's not real. It's fake. But here's my thing. What if those are my family members? Do I just say, oh, it doesn't matter, screw them? I got what? I got the good end of the stick. Is that what I'm? What am I doing? What's going on? Oh, am I supposed to say like who am I supposed to claim? Nobody. God forbid. I don't mean this to sound right. Am I supposed to claim Africa? Which part? When you say I'm Nigerian, what part of Nigeria? I don't even have that. But when it goes to Mexico, it's breaking down people's names. And that's another thing. Why are different sites giving me comparative results? Like I can actually compare them. They're not distinctively different. So, sometimes, honey, the truth be biting you right. And then the fact that my sister called my dad a red man. So everybody called him that. We all know why they call him that. Well, I don't, because I'm the little girl that was left in the dark. Then I went to school to learn that I needed to be placed even more in the dark. And again, I want to thank my adopted mom. That day I was standing in the office looking at these people in South Johnston wondering what the hell am I doing here? And I said, Mama, if you don't get me out of this school, something going to happen. She said, Willie, go get that girl right now for something happen. Go get her right now. And she never made me go back to that school again. Now, I ain't going to say she should have just let me be a dropout. I'm not going to say that. She should have got it together where I could have been homeschooled or got me a really good private, because I was so smart and I had so much potential, but it just was really, really, really uneven environment. Really uneven. But again, I'm grateful. I'm really, really just grateful that I even made it this far. I would love to kind of commute or communicate with more people that are actually on this journey like I am. Um, one moment at a time. So, okay, that's up there in Massachusetts. 1625 is on my tree. I just can't understand why my DNA would be bringing this stuff up. And there's so much in Africa that's just leading. It looks like everything is going to Maryland. So I don't know. Maybe this stuff is just coming up for entertainment for no reason, you know. And that wouldn't bother me at all. But what if it's not? Like, what if there's some truth to this stuff? Like, it is archaeology. Like, look, it is archaeology. And on my tree, it's saying that what is it, Joanna and Rebecca Kellogg up here? They married into these people and had many children with them. This is a lot. I don't know where this is, but look here. This is 2 Aztecs, 1545. And they won't even show me the slave trade victims. Hope I have to pay so much money for that. Let me see. I want to go back to 13. Keep it at 16, 12. I'm about to jump off here. I wasn't expecting the CELTs. I never saw that before. I'm just amazed. My eyes won't even blink like that. Kind of threw me off. Yeah, that kind of threw me off. Well, there's another update. I'm going to promise myself I'm not going back in here. I'm not going back in here. Look at this over here. 960 AD. It's just, I think it's just cool. For some reason, it's not giving me random. I've been having access to my tree now for a while, and I can vouch for everything on this shoreline up here, all the way up here. I can vouch for that with my tree. Now down here is another story. And I would love to find these connections. Like I'm just gonna let it do what it do for about a month, and then I'm gonna go back and see what new results we have. What new results we have. Well, listen, I want you to be safe, be aware. Have you a good evening. It is 8:36 p.m. in New York. It's a beautiful evening, beautiful afternoon. I hope wherever you are viewing me from, I hope all is well with you. Hope you're around good weather, good people, good friends, good food, good times, good feelings. Peace and love. Again, please be safe and aware. I love you.